first week of October smelled like roasted chestnuts and wet leaves. Central Park was turning gold and red the way it always did when the city decided summer was finally over. Harold walked the same loop every morning, slower now than he used to, his cane tapping the path like a metronome nobody else could hear. At 82, he didn't come for exercise anymore. He came for the bench. It sat under a sugar maple that dropped fiery leaves like slow applause. Same bench since 1951. He'd carved his initials on the underside when he was 12. HM plus the world, thinking the world would notice. The letters were still there, worn soft by decades of rain and curious fingers. That morning, the bench was occupied. A boy sat dead center, elbows on knees, chin in his hands, staring at the pond the way kids do when they're trying to solve something too big for them. Red windbreaker, jeans with holes at the knees, dark hair sticking up like he'd just rolled out of bed. Couldn't have been more than 12. Harold almost turned away. Old men learn to leave children alone. But something stopped him. The boy's profile, the way he worried his lower lip, the exact angle of his shoulders. Harold felt his chest tighten, the way it does before a storm you can't see yet. He eased himself onto the far end of the bench. The wood creaked hello. The boy didn't look up.
"You're late,"
he said. Harold blinked. "Excuse me?"
"You always get here at 8:17. It's 8:29.
The kid finally turned. Same brown eyes, same cowlick that never stayed down no matter how much brilliantine their mother used. Same face Harold saw in photographs before the wrinkles took over. Harold's mouth went dry. "Who are you?"
You know who I am.
The boy kicked a pebble.
I've been waiting 70 years. Figured you forgot the place."
Harold stared across the path at the trees bleeding color onto the grass. A jogger passed, earbuds in, city loud around them. But the bench felt suddenly quiet, like the park had pulled a curtain. "I didn't forget," Harold said. "I just stopped believing you'd show." The boy, Harold, younger, untouched, leaned back and looked up through the branches.
Everything's smaller than I remember. The pond looks like a puddle now. Thought it was an ocean.
"You'll see oceans," Harold said. "Real ones. Pacific's bigger than you can imagine."
Yeah?
The boy sounded hungry for it.
And Becky? The girl from 3B who smelled like strawberry shampoo?
Harold smiled without meaning to. "She kisses you behind the bleachers at the spring dance in '57. Then she moves to Ohio the next month. You'll write her letters for a year. She'll stop answering after 6. The boy's face fell exactly the way Harold remembered it falling, like someone yanked the sky out from under him. "You get over it," Harold added. "You have to." They sat in silence while a gust sent leaves spinning down around them. One landed on the boy's knee. He picked it up, twirled the stem.
Dad dies when I'm 29.
The boy said suddenly, not looking over.
Isn't that soon?
Harold closed his eyes. "Too soon. Heart attack on the F train. You'll be at work when Mom calls. You'll run all the way from Midtown to Brooklyn because the subway feels too slow. You'll get there after." The boy swallowed hard.
And Mom?
"She makes it to 91, forgets your name at the end, but she still knows your face. That's enough." Another silence, heavier this time.
I don't want to leave.
The boy whispered.
This park, this city, all of it. I want to stay 12 and ride my bike until the streetlights come on and think everything stays.
Harold looked at the hands in his lap, spotted, veined, trembling slightly. Hands that had held his father's coffin, his wife's hand while she pushed their daughter into the world. The pen that signed the divorce papers 20 years later. The steering wheel the night he drove his granddaughter to college. "You don't get to stay," he told his younger self. "None of us do. That's the deal. But you take it with you. He tapped his chest. Right here, every scraped knee from this park, every pigeon you fed, every time you thought the future was endless, it lives in here. Doesn't matter if you end up in Ohio or Oregon or a nursing home in Jersey. The park comes too. The boy turned, eyes shining but fierce.
Does it stop hurting? Growing up?
No, Harold said, but it starts meaning something. The hurt turns into stories, and stories are how we carry the people we lose and the places we leave. A leaf drifted down and settled between them on the bench, like a period at the end of a sentence. The boy stood. For a second, he looked like he might hug the old man, but 12-year-old boys don't do that, even to themselves. Instead, he shoved his hands in his pockets.
See you around, old man,
he said, voice cracking just a little. Harold managed a grin. Not if I see you first. The boy walked away toward the pond, red jacket bright against the autumn fire. Halfway there, he started running, sneakers kicking up leaves, until he disappeared around the bend where the path curves past the boathouse. Harold sat alone again. The bench felt warm where the boy had been. He reached underneath, fingers finding the worn grooves of HM plus the world. He traced them once, twice, then let his hand rest on the wood. The wind picked up. More leaves fell. He stayed until the light shifted and the chestnuts stopped roasting and the park started emptying out for the day. When he finally stood, cane tapping slow, he didn't feel quite so old. Somewhere inside his chest, a 12-year-old boy was still racing his bike toward the streetlights, laughing like the future would never run out. And for the first time in years, Harold believed him.